A very good evening to all of you. Ms. Ishrat Parveen and I, Mamta Deshwal, are proud members of SLA India and moderators for today's workshop. On behalf of SLA India, we welcome you all in this workshop on the topic fostering the next generation authors and helping people stay safe from COVID-19. Before proceeding further, I would like to inform you that this event is live streaming on SLA India YouTube channel and available on Facebook page. A Google form for e-certificates will be posted in the chat box after Q&A session. Please make sure you will be fill this before leaving. Let's move ahead with the program. SLA India is a professional development and learning platform for school librarians in India and abroad. In collaboration with ASIS&T South Asia Chapter is the organizer of the program. Our professional partners are Advanced Information Network for Libraries, Gujarat, Bangladesh Shishu Academy, and the School Libraries Association, Pakistan, for promoting this event. Please allow me to give a brief introduction of ASIS&T. ASIS&T, the Association for Information, Science and Technology, South Asia Chapter, established in 2018, is an organization that provides a platform to participate in and carry forward the programs and purposes for the parent organizations of ASIS&T. ASIS&T USA is a leading professional association that bridges the gap between your information science, practice, and research. ASIS&T advances the information sciences and similar applications of information technology by helping members build their skills and develop their careers by providing focus, opportunity, and support through learning, research, publications, and ongoing education. The South Asia chapter is actively working towards promoting the interests of society through its various programs. I would like to take privilege to welcome Ms. Madhu Bhargav, President, SLA India, Ms. S.L. Faisal, General Secretary, SLA India, our esteemed speakers, and all the technical and coordinating team working behind, and to all my dear participants connected around the web. To discuss in detail about the competition, we have 3 invited talks by our esteemed speakers for today's workshop. Now I request my co-moderator, Ms. Ishrat Parveen, to please introduce our invited speakers. Over to Ms. Ishrat.
Thank you, Mamta. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are privileged to have distinguished experts joining us as guest speakers. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce Dr. Sam Chu today. Dr. Chu is an associate professor at the Faculty of Education, the University of Hong Kong. He has involved in over 70 research projects with a total funding of $10 million. I think there is some issue. Okay. So he is also the co-founder and co-editor for the journal Information and Learning Sciences. He is a member of Humanities and Social Sciences panel of Research Grants Council of Hong Kong. He has received many awards, including the Faculty Outstanding Researcher Award in 2013, Faculty's Knowledge Exchange Award in 2016, and Excellent Health Promotional Award, Project Award from Food and Health Bureau in 2017. He is ranked among the top 2% of scholars in 2 research areas, Information and Library Sciences and Education, and achieved an H index of 39 over the years. He has been a consultant for UNESCO Bangkok Education Bureau, Oxford University Press, Pearson Education in Asia, and was the Assist Director of Chapter Assembly 2020-21. He is also an advisor for EdTech startup at Hong Kong Science and Technology Park and founding chairman of Academy 22 Education for All. One of his advisory company is now valued at $0.3 billion. Our second speaker for today is Ms. Helen Chan. She is a vice chair, Academy 22 Education for All Foundation. She has been a lecturer of Masters in Science and Library and Information Management program at Hong Kong University and an experienced senior middle school manager and teacher librarian. She is the recipient of numerous awards in the field. Dr. Chan, Ms. Chan is the Professional Division Committee Chair of International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions 2021-22. She is the board member of International Advisor Journal of Librarianship and Information Science, Youth Service Director 2021-22. She has been serving as a council member as well as the Education and Training Officer of the Hong Kong Library Association since 2015. She is currently a member of Academic Committee and Board of Education of Library Program of School, Profession and Continuing Education, University of Hong Kong. It's my privilege and honor to introduce Dr. Bhakti Gala. She is an assistant professor at the School of Library and Information Science, Central University of Gujarat. She is the past chair 2021 of the ASIS South Asia Chapter and current chair-elect of ASIS SIG-III. As chair South Asian Chapter, she has been awarded the ASIS Special Chapter Project Fund, leading a team of multilingual and multi-country members working on COVID-19, health information literacy. A winner of 2014 ASIS SIG-III International Paper Contest. Her collaborative research work on financial information literacy through public libraries was further shortlisted as finalist in 2019. Best Short Research Paper Award at I-Conference, Washington, D.C., USA. She has worked on international research projects funded by OCLC, ALISE, and her scholarly outputs have been through national and international journals and conferences. Without further ado, I invite Mrs. Madhu Bhargava, President, SLA India, for welcome and opening remarks. Over to Ms. Madhu Bhargava.
I think Madhu Madam is having some problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Faisal, you can invite.
yeah, I would like to invite Mr. Faisal, General Secretary, School Library Association, India, for the welcome speech.
Good evening, everyone. Distinguished guest speakers, Dr. Sam Chu, Ms. Helen Chan from Hong Kong University, Dr. Bhakti Gala from Gujarat Central University, Dr. Ruban Gamage, Chair, ASIS South Asia Chapter from Sri Lanka, also representative of promotional partners. Ms. Rotha Barucha, Honorary Director, Edinet, Ms. Razia Alam, Head of Library, Shishu Academy, Bangladesh, Mr. Nuruddin Merchant, Director, School Library Association, Pakistan, and Governing Board and the members of School Library Association, India. A hearty welcome to the webinar on an upcoming international competition on digital story writing. This will enable school librarians across South Asia to understand how digital story writing can help develop students' writing, reading, and speaking abilities. I am sure that the participants will benefit from this webinar, and I hope that you all will promote the event in your respective schools and organizations. This webinar is jointly organized by our collaborating partners from the University of Hong Kong, Dr. Sam Chu, and the members from ASIS South Asia Chapter. So I'm privileged to welcome everyone to this webinar. It's an international collaboration for School Librarians Association India, and we are expecting more collaboration from the side of all participating organizations. Hearty welcome to the webinar. Thank you.
I think Madhu ma'am, she is audible now. So I would like her to speak up now.
So is it my turn? Sorry.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Sam, just hold on a second.
Sure. Okay.
I think they were just waiting for the president of SLA to join them.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think let's proceed further then.
Yes,
Now
yes.
I would like to invite Mrs. Dr. Gala for her speech and insight about the program.
Okay, thank you so much, Ishrat. I'll just have a very brief introduction about this before we can hand over to Sam. I hope I'm audible now. So good evening and namaste to everyone. On behalf of ASIS&T South Asia Chapter, I welcome all members and express my gratitude to Madhu Bhargava and SL Faisal, President and General Secretary respectively of SLA India, for their willingness to collaborate with us in organizing this event today. I would like to thank my team members, Dr. Sam Chu and Ms. Helen Chan, for agreeing to be the key speakers for today's event. And also all the promotional partners, Ms. Rhoda Barucha, Dr. Anwar and Dr. Hina, for arranging for us to collaborate with Bangladesh Issue Academy and School Library Association, Pakistan. Just a brief introduction I would like to give to this project and this competition, on which again Sam and Helen will be talking about. The program today is an outcome of a project which has brought together a team of highly dedicated group of members from the South Asia and Asia Pacific chapters of ASIS. This ongoing project on dealing with COVID-19 and saving people's lives in South Asia areas and beyond is a health informatics project, which was awarded to the chapter as part of ASIS policy to encourage chapters to undertake worthwhile projects. And there were multiple members who joined in for planning. And this was done during at a time when the South Asia region, including India, was fighting an intense battle against the second wave of COVID pandemic. So in this green scenario, this project with its broad goals was created to help in fighting misinformation and disinformation regarding COVID-19. I will request one of my team members to just paste the link about knowing more about our project through the blog site. We are a team of 8 members representing 5 countries. Members are Sam and Helen from the University of Hong Kong, Dr. Anwarul Islam from the University of Dhaka, Bangladesh, Dr. Hina from University of Punjab, Pakistan, Dr. Rajkumar Bhardwaj from the Central University of Punjab, India, Ms. Manika Lamba from the University of Delhi, India, and Ms. Prasadi Kanchana Jayasekara from the University of Ruhuna, Sri Lanka. As part of the project, we have also created a YouTube channel which has been established with informative videos regarding key COVID-19 issues. These have been uploaded in 5 languages, which are Bengali, Hindi, Urdu, Sinhala, with a basic video in English. I invite everybody to also help us in promoting the channel. The link is also being posted in the chat box. We expanded the scope of this project to include capturing of COVID-19 narratives from young children. To encourage young children to share their experiences of COVID-19, the concept of organizing an international digital storytelling competition was born. We have collaborated, as previously mentioned, with the University of Hong Kong and the academic institution. This competition on the themes of AI and health and COVID-19 is for primary and secondary students from around the world. To equip the students with knowledge and skills to participate in the competition, we are arranging a range of interesting workshops on topics like how to write a story, how to create a digital story, how to write a story about AI and robots, techniques of digital art creation, among others. Award-winning authors and artists have been invited as resource people. There are 20 workshops, 10 for primary and 10 for secondary students, and these are completely free for all the participants. There are at least 10 award winners in each group of international and regional participants. We would invite and welcome all of you to know more about the important dates of the competition and workshop, and the link will be pasted in the chat box by my team member. We encourage all school members who are present today here to help us in promoting this competition among the students. We will be taking a few questions regarding the competitions and the talk later during the Q&A session. And with this, I now welcome Dr. Sam Chu to share his vast experience on the topic with us. Thank you so much for joining us today. Over to you, Sam.
Okay, thank you, Bharti. Now, since we are running late, so maybe I'll start immediately. I need to share screen. Okay, hi. Good evening or good afternoon, everyone. Now, so I will talk just very briefly about how we can help children to learn to read and also to write happily and effectively, all the way to become the future authors in our beautiful world. Now, by the way, if you are not talking, then please mute yourself. Now, I'd like to mention that for the 70+ project that Ms. Paveen mentioned in her introductory sharing regarding me, I would say the most important project I created that with school librarians. With those school librarians support, also close collaboration, I will not be talking right now. Now, so basically, with their support, I wrote the proposal that you are looking at, and it is a pretty big project proposal, and also that won me an award, that won me this award, Knowledge Exchange Award. What is it about? Through that project, I built something called Reading Battle. So I apply gamified learning ideas to make the reading journey a really fun journey, almost like playing a game to all children. And then it was able to motivate many children to work really, really hard regarding this platform. Now you can see down here that the top 4 students, they have read more than 500 books, 500 books. And not only reading, for each book on average, they would have answered about 15 questions per book. And also you can look at their score. They got 90 something out of 100. So all these are genius. They are going to be scientists, doctors, lawyers, and hopefully teachers and librarians also in the future. In fact, I've done a study. Students don't need to read so many. Even if they have read 50, it already can have a life-changing experience. Now, let me give you what has happened in Florida. Now, Reading Battle not only used by many schools in Hong Kong, actually 80+ of them, that represent 13% primary school students in Hong Kong already, but it also works in many other places in the world. For example, this is Florida. Now, so my friend there, she is a librarian in a public library there, and she implemented my Reading Battle at her school, at her library, and she gave a talk at the Florida Library Association. And the target group were these people: uncommitted readers, unmotivated readers, and so on. And now, usually in the United States, many students during the summer will slide backward in academic. But interestingly, for those who joined my Reading Battle, none of them had a summer loss. And they all, now we are talking about around 15 students here, the student. They all either stay on target or improved. And the top 3 students' improvement was amazing. They improved 10 to 60% in their reading ability, according to the assessment done by a local teacher. And they had a celebration, and the librarian there actually got some recognition from the district that she belonged to. And the district now understand that the library actually are very, very important, can be an important partner to improve educational outcome in the community, in the city. Yeah, so this is really good news. Okay, now what's the magic of reading battle? Well, I guess I'm lucky enough to got 2 PhDs, one in library and information science, and another in e-learning. And now, so this is the beginning of a reading battle. Now this is for browsing for a book and then answer questions for the book, or people can search. Now all these are library and information science discipline. And I also got another PhD in e-learning. And so when I combine this together with a team of experts in other areas, computer science, game-based learning, etc., yeah, then we were able to build something really, really good, just like a magic, to turn many unmotivated students in Florida, Hong Kong, and other parts of the world to become book lovers. Now, when you can have students to be book lovers, almost guaranteed that they will also be good in writing, and even some of them will become writers in the future. And then my reading battle, unlike many other similar Q&A platform, my platform based on a lot of education theories and philosophies. Well, because I got 2 PhD in education, the library and information science is also under education, so I'm supposed to know quite a few things regarding education. Now, for example, when a student answers a question incorrectly, like in here, in a set of 10 questions, then there will be hints. And that is what we call scaffolding support in education. And then I invented something called worm catcher. What is it? Now, basically, this is a bug reporting function. But if you call it problem report, nobody will bother. But if you come up with an interesting name like this, then you can motivate many children to work really, really hard in order to catch some worms, catch some problem in your question, in our answers, in our design, etc. And it works. They really help us caught some problem in how we phrase the question, or in how we spell the words for the answer. And so they really help us perfect the content in our system. Now, and when they do that, they are reading at a much higher level. Now, why? Because in order to be able to catch some worms, they need to read the book very carefully to really understand what the book is about, so that they can catch the problem in our question. And then when they answer the question, they answer the question as a critic, because they want to see whether there's anything that doesn't make sense, any spelling errors, etc. Then they're reading at a higher level, and that's why they can improve fast. And now this is an information retrieval type question. I want to say that over 90 or even 95% of Q&A system, they only ask you questions about information retrieval. That is fact-finding, very low-level stuff. But my system also contains of high-order thinking questions like inferences, evaluation, and integrating ideas. And all those push students to work really, really hard, because even when they have read the book once, they may not be able to answer the questions. And so they may really try a third time, talk to parents and others. And then again, then they'll be reading at a much higher level and then improve fast. Now, and then in here, now my reading battle based on many educational theories and philosophies. For example, I have a 3 leaderboards. Like you don't usually see 3 leaderboards. I mean 3 different kinds of leaderboards. Now, one kind is called life score. That means from day 1 to now. And then term score, every year we have 3 terms. Now, so these 2 leaderboards, they serve similar purposes. They are to help people who can advance fast. But then not everybody can advance fast. There are some people who need more time. They can only improve slowly. And we still need to encourage them. So I come up with something called improvement score leaderboard. And all they need to do is they don't need to compare with anyone. They only need to compare to themselves. They need to be better than themselves this term compared to last term. And also that they still need to read at least 10 books. And also that getting an average at least 80 out of 100. And then every term we will have quite a few students, around 100 usually, if not more, who will improve, and then their name will be on this leaderboard. So here we are playing on the idea of not one less. We cannot let one student to lose out in our educational design. Everybody needs to be a winner. Now, and then from reading to writing. Now, what we did was not only about reading, it's also about writing. Now, because for students who have read more than 200 books, there are lots of them, and also obtain the average at least 80 out of 100, then my team will invite them to co-write a story with us. Like all this that you are seeing, they are all done by primary school students in Hong Kong. And then, okay, I'd like to show you this. Now, so for top reading battle user, yeah, they join our small author scheme. And also that me and Helen, the other speaker, besides running those digital story writing workshop, we also organize competition, yeah, like mentioned by Bharti earlier. So make sure that you encourage many students or library users to join our international digital story writing competition. We'll coach them so that they all will be trained up to be able to have a good time. That's most important, and then write a very good story. Now, and then we also teach students how to design questions, not just answer questions, but design questions to challenge other people. And I named that Compete with Socrates, because Socrates is famous for teaching others by asking many questions. And among our 10 workshops, 2 of them basically are on this. Yeah, and so this is another competition, but then there are many learning elements there. Now, before I end, I'd like to show you our reading battle. Okay, now, so this is live actually. This is one of the page in reading battle. Now, this is one of the book written by our primary 3, grade 3 student. Now, this is in Chinese. You can imagine that this is in Indian or Pakistan language. Okay, anyway, now, so down here you notice that this primary 3 student, grade 3 student's book has already been read by more than 14,000 readers, and she also got some fans. And then back to reading battle, you notice that there are more than 4,000 people who gave her a 3 out of 5 star rating, well, a very positive rating. And in fact, same as the other 2 students down here, okay, yeah, also 3 out of 5 star rating. And then quite a few of these students, because they are doing so well, so we just talk to their parents and see whether they want their child to become a real international author. That means helping them to get their book to be sold on Amazon and also on a local digital story ebook platform. Yeah, so quite a few of these students are now becoming international student authors. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that some of them may become really famous authors in the future. So thank you. That's all my sharing. Oh, one more. I forgot that. Please do encourage lots and lots of students to join this competition, and also that we will be announcing there will be a competing with Socrates event and another event in answering questions. And then also, I'd like you to scan this QR code or click on. Well, you cannot click, huh? You can actually. Why don't I copy this and then put on the Zoom chat. Okay, I put on the Zoom chat. Everyone can access it. Now, so you can scan or you can click on that link, and then help me answer 3 questions there regarding my reading battle. Now, the one that you saw is Reading Battle 1.0. You sign up for Reading Battle 2.0, totally free. And then it will be released next year in February from kindergarten to secondary 3, junior secondary school. And then I'm developing Reading Battle or planning Reading Battle 3.0. This will be a mix of human and artificial intelligence. It's coming late next year. Thank you all. That's all my sharing.
Thank you, Sam, so much. Thank you. You made it really, really quick. I could see, I'm sure people would have loved to listen to more of you. I'm telling everybody that we'll be taking questions at the end of the session, although there are a couple of questions which have come in. But because we're already running late and we would like to try and finish on time, I will now invite Ms. Helen Chan to please join us and start her session. Thank you, Helen.
Okay. Thank you, Bharti, and hi everyone. Nice to meet you all on Zoom today. Being the co-coordinator of 2 digital story writing competition in 2020 and 2021, I'm grateful for having the chance to share my view on how digital story writing can help students develop their reading and writing abilities today. Academy 22 Foundation has organized a very successful digital story writing competition on July the 7th, 2020 on Zoom. 41 kindergarten and primary school students joined the event, with each submitting an e-books with beautiful illustration and a well-written story. Some of them were even equipped with audio narration of the story. Under professional guidance, 3 of the top winners from the competition gained a very valuable opportunity to co-write an e-book with a famous local author and publish them online. Based on the successful experiences, Academy 22 Foundation held the second and the bigger digital story writing competition, where we invited primary and secondary school students from different Asian countries to join us. The theme of the competition was AI, Robots, Love and Peace, which is an important and timely topic in this AI-driven world. To help students prepare for the competition, we provide 5 free and introductory scaffolding workshops to the participants. The competitions were both entertaining and educational, where students learned beyond their school curriculum. Even if students were unfamiliar with the topics, we highly also encourage them to join the workshops we provide, and they can get a lot of knowledge and skills related to writing digital story and also digital creation. For those who couldn't join some of the workshops, they could also view the recordings after the workshops. The colored ebooks packs in Word document format and also the YouTube video from participants to introduce the features of their creation were sent to our judges before the competition day, and the international judges team evaluated the participants' ebooks according to the provided digital book rubrics. There are 6 criteria to evaluate the digital books, including, for example, for fiction, we will look into the story content and plot. For nonfiction, we will go to see the content, whether it is expressed with utmost clarity, and also the writing techniques of students, the writing devices they use, and also the structures of the story. We will look also into the use of digital elements, the illustration, and also their creativity. Based on the previous experience on the 2 digital story writing competition, Academy 22 Foundation collaborated with the Hong Kong U and also the Association for Information Science and Technology South Asia Chapter this time in organizing the International Digital Story Writing Competition. Reading is fundamental for learning. I think many people know about that. A child's reading skills are important to their success in school. The better a child can read, the easier it will be for them to be success in school education. To learn how to learn and also to be a lifelong learner who can handle the complex problems in the digital age. In the digital story writing competition, we do not only teach children and youngsters learning to read, but also reading to learn. Through different workshops, we will guide the participants to the appreciation of books with examples, teach the participants different knowledge, skills, and value in reading, include how to identify fiction and nonfiction, and also introduce the differences, for example, like the features and structures, differences of the fiction and nonfiction, and tell them the differences between, the writing of fiction and nonfiction. So in the digital age, reading is no longer only about books. Children and youngsters need to learn how to read information in different formats. The wide exposure to participants to print materials, non-print materials, and also online materials in different workshops fit the needs of the Generation Z and beyond. They can get the multi-literacy. So you may be curious about what is it. The multi-literacy is the ability to identify and interpret, create, and communicate meaning across a variety of visual, oral, corporate, musical, and also alphabetical forms of communication. And I'm sure the students' multi-literacy will increase along the workshops. Other than that, after participants grab the essential elements of reading, we will motivate the participants in write their own story. We will recommend some strategies and some useful tools to them to write good story and also good informative book based on fact. To many parents and school teachers, it's not easy to motivate children and youngsters to write stories. However, with technologies, we can engage the Generation Z in writing with ease. I have the experience of teaching primary school children 35 minutes using online writing tool to write digital books. One of the primary 5 children write 12 stories in English and Chinese in 2 weeks after the session. In an interview with this child, she explained that why she got the motivation to write so many stories after the session is because she knows the technologies can enhance her self-learning. The online tool can teach her more English. The tool underlined all misspellings and guide her to learn more English, so it enhances her self-learning. The second reason is with the online tool, she can draw the beautiful illustrations. She's not good at drawings, but with the tools, she can easily use the beautiful images that is provided from the online tool to make the background, characters, and also the props of the story easily. So she can create the illustration just in a minute. And also, thirdly, technologies help her to express herself to the others. She does not enjoy doing heavy assignment. I think no children like to do assignments for a long time every day, right? However, she can write according to what she designed with the online tools and express her thoughts and feelings without worry about deficit in language or drawing skills. She can even share her writing to her good friends in digital format, which make her really proud of herself and have great satisfactions of all her accomplishment. Children learn more reading and writing skills in the digital story writing competition. It facilitates their multi-literacy, as I mentioned, including the reading and writing literacy, the digital literacy, love to say the information and media literacy, as well as the 21st century skills, including the communication skills, creativity, and also the critical thinking skills. Most important of all, with the competition, we can endorse participants the essential skills of lifelong learning, empower them with necessary knowledge, skills, and value of dealing with COVID-19. So that is my sharing today. Thank you very much.
Hola.
Thank you, Dr. Chu and Ms. Chan, for enlightening and entertaining presentation on International Story Writing Competition on the topic AI, Health and COVID-19, and for clearing the mystery behind the workshop. It was very elaborate, and I think all the parts has been taken up by Dr. Chu and Ms. Chan. And though we see a sheer number of participants, a questionnaire has been floated in the chat box. Request you to spare some time to go through it. Now, thank you for that excellent presentation. Dear participants, if you have any query for any speaker, please add them in the chat box and we will be able to answer some of them during the question answer session at the end.
Let me give opportunity to invite Dr. Ruban Gamage, Chair ASIS&T South Asia Chapter from Sri Lanka. Over to Dr. Ruban.
Thank you very much. The organizing committee, the presenters and participants. Recently, the South Asia chapter had the luxury of announcing the winner of the Best Chapter Innovation of the Year award for the year 2021 for a health informatics project. I think Dr. Bhakti already explained about that. The health informatics promotion project was created. With the project, we created videos that were posted on the YouTube channel, the South Asia Chapter YouTube channel. And it was under the theme dealing with COVID-19 and saving people's lives in South Asia. So Dr. Bhakti Gala led the project, and I hope this new project competition for digital story writing will also be a very useful one. I thank the University of Hong Kong Academic 22 Education for All Foundation, the School Library Associations in India and Pakistan, and all partners giving support to this project. I know Dr. Sam Chu and Ms. Helen Chan, as explained by you, you have a very good experience in similar projects, and so your leadership will be very useful for this project that we have concerned today. So my wishes goes to all of you to go forward with this project, which will be a wonderful opportunity to promote creativity among the younger generation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ruban. Let me give opportunity to invite representatives of promotional partners of this event. First, I will call Ms. Rhoda Bharucha, Honorary Director, ADNET. Over to Ms. Bharucha.
Thank you so much, Mamta. It gives me really great pleasure to be part of this useful workshop. A lot has been spoken about the importance and need of story writing, reading, etc. So I will only cover briefly about my organization, ADNET. It stands for Advanced Information Network of Libraries in Gujarat. And it covers over 3,000 libraries and information centers. We cater to all types of libraries, school, college, university, special libraries, even public libraries. Hence, access is provided to libraries, librarians, and institutions. The main vision of a network is to join libraries to enable them to achieve what cannot be done by one library alone. This helps them to harness their limited resources and collective strengths so that libraries can continue to play their historic role as society's portal to information. In order to engage and empower library science professionals, ADINET has started 6 special interest groups for all categories of libraries. These useful platforms helps them not only to share resources, but also to upgrade their skills to address and overcome their challenges, etc. The role of a school librarian is extremely crucial and important. Besides inculcating the love of books and the habit of reading, they can mold the young minds. To end, I will just say the number of schools in Gujarat is really colossal, and we have covered only a few school boards and formed a WhatsApp group of these schools and also a directory of librarians in these schools. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Bharucha. Now let me invite Ms. Razina Alam, Head of Library, Bangladesh Shishu Academy. Over to Ms. Razina.
Hello. Hello, good evening, and thank you all. And at first, I would like to thank you, include Bangladesh Shishu Academy to this kind of such a very effective project. All of you know the Shishu is a Bengali word, it means children. I have been working this organization since 1996. Actually, Shishu Academy is the apex body of the country dedicated to the cultural and creative development of children of all ages. The academic activities are supervised by the Ministry of Women and Children Affairs, which also provides the funding also. It is assisted by writers, artists, and cultural activities who have made substantial contribution in their respected fields with a focus on children. The Academy has year-round activities which involves learning, training, performance, and participation in such areas as music, theater, literature, painting, and life skills, and leadership activities also. These are held in both of its headquarters in Dhaka and all the districts and Upazila level also. Thus, renowned writers of children's literature help the young participation in the academy's literature programs, develop their interest in literature, in their skills in writing. The Academy, over the several decades of its existence, has trained quite a large number of children in drawing and paintings. As many as 35,000 children recover the training every year. Many of these trained who are in their 20s and 30s is now, and they also contribute to the Academy's ongoing programs. The Academy ensures that children with special needs are included in all its programs. Since 2017, it is providing lessons and training in sign language to children who need the services. And I thanks to organizer who included Shishu Academy to such a program. I visited the website and I have a previous experience about the activities. I learned to Dr. Anwar of Dhaka University, but my apology, I didn't visit the website. And when I visit the website, I see, I seen this Miss Ingrid Bond. She is my friend last previous years to work through IFLAB, and I found the activities which is very much related to Shishu Academy, and I hope the digital story writing, Bangladesh Shishu Academy children also participated, and hope it will be a nice event, and we got such as fabulous stories, digital stories, which the aim and focus of these activities. Best of luck, and I wish all the best for the event. Thank you all, and thank you, Dr. Anwar and the whole team who invite me and include this event. Thank you. Hope for the best. Bye.
Thank you so much, Ms. Nazina. Let me give opportunity to invite Mr. Nuruddin Merchant, Director, School Libraries Association, Pakistan, professionally associated with Habib University, Karachi, as Assistant Director, Library and Educational Programs. Over to Mr. Merchant.
Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me.
Yes,
so we are a very new organization. We have just started in 2018, the School Libraries Association in Pakistan. We have 150 members, and our key objectives are to actually raise the profile of the librarian, helping the school management understand how librarian can become a key academic partner in the process of learning, promoting collaboration, equipping librarians with emerging skills. COVID has taught us a lot of things which we did not know earlier. So how we can actually make sure that the libraries are equipped with emerging skills. We also aim to support public sector libraries in Pakistan through establishing libraries, donating books to the students. A lot of schools, which are private schools in Pakistan, have a lot of books which they usually weed out or they do not need in the libraries. So we collect those books and then donate those books to public sector institutions, schools in Pakistan. We have, since 2018, we have organized 2 conventions, which is our yearly feature, where we invite librarians from different parts of the city and province to come together and learn from each other, as well as learn from the librarians and practitioners outside Pakistan. We have organized a workshop on future-ready librarians, strategic planning, library technologies, STEM and STEAM education, robotics, and doing different projects in the libraries, especially how to use project-based learning methodology for libraries. We also organized dramatic reading events where we promote love for literature in our local language, and helping students and teachers to know and librarians to know how they can actually promote love for literature in their respective institutions. We have also celebrated International Children's Day, where we invited differently abled children to showcase their talent. So our overall, actually, we are trying to promote librarianship in the 21st century and how school librarians can play their role effectively, as effective as important learning partners in the school. I would like to thank the organizers for providing me the opportunity to talk to you, and I wish you all a very good evening and all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Merchant. Please note, a Google form for e-certificates has been posted in the chat box. We will be sending the e-certificates in a week's time. After the informative and useful talks delivered by our respected speakers, I am sure certain questions have been arised in the minds of participants. In this regard, I request the speakers to answer the queries.
Yeah, we have got one question for Dr. Sam. How do one apply reading battle related to reading for pleasure?
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Now, how do a person apply reading battle for reading for pleasure? Okay, now regarding that, let me share screen. Now, so let me go to the beginning of beginning screen of reading battle. Okay. Let me log in. Okay, now, so in here, because there are 11 different kinds of books, and so, and behind this, we are talking about more than 600 titles. And that's why children can choose what they want. So when they can choose what they want, and also that because the whole thing, from the name, reading battle, and also how we, for example, for each book, maybe let me quickly select one. Let's say they go to new battle. And then let's say this one. By the way, this is by Helen. Yeah. And say after reading the book, oh, and 5 stars book, congratulations, Helen. Yeah. Now, and then after reading the book, then a person will click and then answer question now. And then for each book, student can answer up to 3 times. So it's not like a test. It's like a game, and also students can build on a lot of small successes. Right. Now, so because of that, then many children can really find reading to be interesting, and also that I want to mention that my team has done a very serious study and got a paper published in a top journal, BJET, British Journal of Education Technology. And in that article, we investigate why reading battle was able to help students to find pleasure, so much pleasure in reading, and then help them improve so fast. And then my doctoral student identified that because reading battles can satisfy 3 basic needs of children or all humans, that is autonomy. Students need the autonomy, the freedom to choose what they want to read. And then second, competency. Students need to see that they're improving. And all those small successes, then they can see that they're improving. And lastly, students need to see that they are not doing things alone or doing this assignment, do a writing and then give to the teacher. No one else know about it. That's no good. And so their work on reading battle can be seen by others if they do sufficiently well enough, and we call that relatedness. And so according to the psychologist DC, who designed a theory called self-determination theory, when a human can have these 3 needs being met, then he or she, no matter what age they are, they will be very engaged in whatever they do. Yeah. And so in this case, it's reading, and that's why it works. And now I like to mention that now, because there's another question earlier I noticed regarding how to join reading battle. Now that's easy. So you just scan this, or you just type in this URL that I put on chat earlier. Then you answer a few questions. Now I'm going to, oh, I see. Yeah, I forgot to share screen. Okay, thank you. Now, so if you haven't scanned this, you scan this now, and then you answer a few questions so that my team will contact you regarding that you want to join reading battle. And I'll also put this on the chat again, and maybe perhaps Helen can handle another question on the other question, maybe Helen?
Yes, I think that you are talking about the question on the price of the online tool, right? That is one participant asked the question, can you please mention platforms for digital story writing which are paid and or free to use? Now, there are quite a number of online tools we can use to teach students how to create their own digital book. However, we choose one that can engage the student most, okay? The one which I will teach you how to use it free of charge. Of course, if you want to pay, you can pay. But I will tell you the way how can handle the online tools to make it free through all the participants to use the online tool to create their own digital books. The books which not only can have the space for you to write your story, also have the space for you to create the illustrations for each page, and also you can do the recording, okay, of the story. And other than that, students can flip the books, okay, online, and hear the sound of flipping, okay, which is very entertaining, I can tell you. There's also other tools, okay, I can introduce to the participants. They can also choose the other tools online. Some of them do not have so many functions as I mentioned, and they can also let students create their own digital books. So I can tell you all the tools I introduce on in the workshops are all free of charge. Yes. I hope I have answered your questions, and if you have any further questions, feel free to type in the Zoom chat.
And Helen, now because another question is how the pandemic changed the way we read. Perhaps if you can spend 2-3 minutes talking about the e-fun reading platform, that would be good. Yeah, if you can use 2-3 minutes. Now, while you are preparing for that, then perhaps I can respond to what Mr. Merchant said earlier. Mr. Merchant mentioned that how we may help libraries to play an important role in students' learning. And in my earlier talk, I mentioned that for Miami Beach Public Library, they find that because they use Reading Battle in a reading promotion program, then they actually got some recognition from the city government. And they said that, wow, the library actually can play an important role in students' learning. Yeah, so Reading Battle actually really worked. And then regarding the question, how the pandemic changed the way we read. Obviously, e-reading becomes very important, although we also stress that whenever possible, get the kids to read things in print so that you'll be so that they don't need to read things on the screen so much. Now, but for Reading Battle, they don't need to read books, they just need to answer questions. But anyway, for books, yeah, if kids can read print book and also maybe some ebook, that would be perfect. Helen, are you ready?
Yeah, maybe let me tell you the latest development of ebooks. Okay, Dr. Chi and I also creating a platform that have lots of ebooks, but all the ebooks can not only read, they can also listen, not only in one language, but different language. For example, the children in Hong Kong, especially those who study in primary school, they use Chinese as the media instructions. So for the Chinese book, they can listen in Cantonese and also Putonghua, okay? And for the English books, they can listen in English. Other than that, there is a speaker talking about catering the learning differences. We know some of the children, they have special needs or special educational needs, okay? So they are not depending on only reading text to know about the world. They need to use different senses, okay? Like listening, touching, smelling, okay, to understand around the world. So in the e-fun ebook platform, we provided the student with educational needs the accessibility mode to read the books. Okay, so there is one fonts, okay, called dyslexic fonts that I saw it in Europe, okay, in 2017, when I joined IFLA and went to Lithuania and also Poland. That is the first time I come across the dyslexia when I have the meetings with my colleagues in the libraries, services to people with specialist sessions at that time. And then we have different guidelines, very useful guidelines. So for those who are working with children or not only limited to school libraries, but also public libraries, okay? We have the children's sector, okay? If you really want to enhance children with different abilities or people with different abilities to use the library resources, I strongly recommend you to go online to the IFLA library services to people with specialist sessions. They have different guidelines which can provide you some help. Now go back to the even ebooks. On the platform, we have the accessibility mode for the children to read the books more easily, even if they have different special educational needs. For example, we know that a number of children in each school may suffering from dyslexia. So the words before their eyes will always go dancing around. With dyslexic fonts, then the words, especially the English, will be more stable before their eyes, and they can read the words more easily. And that is the kind of technologies, okay, we can use to enable students to learn much better with even ebooks. And so go back to the competition. This time we are teaching students to create a digital story writing. And we will also not only teach them how to write a story or creating a beautiful art creation, we will also teach them how to make it listened by the other one. So they can do the recording of their own books. And also they can include background music, okay, in the books. So all this will make the books more sensible, okay, more like a sensory books for the audience and make their books more interesting. Doji, do you want to have further information about even ebooks to the audience today?
Maybe not yet, since we are running out of time, but thank you, Helen.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like we have covered all of our questions. Is there anything you want to wrap up before, ending the program? Ms. Chan?
I think, Ishrat, we've already mentioned in the chat box now that if there are any more questions, they can write down the question with their email address and we'll respond back to them, their name and email address and the question. We'll do that so that now we can just finish with the closing part of the program for today.
Right. Over to Mamta.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gala and the whole team. Now I request Ms. Darshana Gopinath, Coordinator, Events Team, SLA India, to kindly deliver concluding remarks and vote of thanks for the workshop. Over to Ms. Darshana. Ma'am, please unmute.
Yes, I'm muted. Yes. Thank you, Mamta. Warm greetings to all the professional colleagues gathered here. It's a pleasure to see library professionals from across the globe, and SLAs feeling privileged and honored to be a part of this event today. I, Darshana Gopinath, on behalf of SLA India, is here to deliver the vote of thanks. Today we have some of the distinguished guests from other parts of South Asia. First of all, we would like to mention Dr. Samuel Chu, Associate Professor at Faculty of Education, University of Hong Kong. Thank you, Dr. Chu, for your wonderful delivery of content and for sparing time from the busy schedule to attend this event. This will surely be going to encourage all of us to participate in the competition. Another guest of the day is Ms. Helen Chan. I would also like to say thanks to Ms. Chan, who gave an elaborate talk on the skills for literacy enhancement, which will drive us, motivate us, and thanks a lot for that. Your organization, that is Academy 22 Education for All, I read is doing a lot of great work in the field of literacy and educational training. Dr. Rowan Gamage, President Chair, ASIS&T South Asia Chapter from Sri Lanka, is also here to grace the occasion. Thank you, Dr. Gamage, for your presence. Dr. Bhakti Gala is the soul behind this program. I would like to extend gratitude to you, to Ms. Gala, for the wholehearted support and guidance you gave us to coordinate this program. We have 3 promotional partners too for this event. I would like to mention Adinats Gujarat, Bangladesh Shishu Academy, and School Librarians Association Pakistan for their support for this event. Today we have representatives from these organizations, Ms. Rhoda Barocha, Honorable Director, Adinat. I remember her as the chief guest for the Librarians Day celebration in 2020 by SLA. Thank you, Ms. Barocha. We have Razina Alam, Library Head of Bangladesh Academy, and Mr. Nuruddin Merchant, Director, School Libraries Association, Pakistan. Heartfelt gratitude to you both. Now I would like to mention Ms. Madhu Bhargava, President SLA India, who has been instrumental in all the endeavors of the association and this collaborative event in particular. Thank you, Ms. Bhargava. Thanks to Mr. Faisal, General Secretary of SLA India, and all other professional colleagues from India and abroad who attended the event. Thank you. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to all the technical team on and off the screen for the successful conduct of this event. Thank you everyone for taking the time to be here today and for listening to the speakers. I'm so grateful for this opportunity for delivering the vote of thanks. This is a huge collaboration. Let this kind of collaboration and cooperation among the library professionals continue and grow in future, and outcome may reach all the stakeholders. Thank you all and have a great weekend.
Unity is strength. When there is teamwork.
Darshana, we would like to take one photograph. I think, Helen, we will disable the camera, this thing, so that everybody can switch on their cameras and we'll take one photograph.
Yes, please, all of you ready for the pic.